Hi there. Yesterday on the blog I talked a little bit about Imbolc, and I decided I'd like to do a few little video logs about some of the preparations I'm doing for Imbolc. So if you don't know me and you watch this on YouTube, my name's Mel and I'm at madmadamel.com. Otherwise, if you already know me, hello. So one of the things that I'll be doing for Imbolc will be making new candles from old ones. I haven't really bought candles for quite a long time, other than like plain white dill candles or tea lights, and I use mostly tea lights when I'm doing spiritual work or magical work. There are a few exceptions, but that's what I've been mostly doing the past few years. I've decided this year, after going through my candles, I've got so many of them, well, quite a few of them, decided I'm going to make a point of using up a lot of them this year rather than just relying on your bog standard white candle. So as part of my Imbolc preparations, as it were, I'm doing one or two things in advance. So yesterday I raked out all my candles and gathered them all together and found out, like, organised them and found out what I had and what I haven't got, and not with intent of buying more, but how I can make some from the ones I already do have. First of all, I washed them in some soapy water. A lot of them are gotten dusty over the years, and when they've been rubbing against each other, kind of colours have rubbed off on them. So that was the first thing, and actually a lot of the candles, that's all that I've needed to do, and some of them are already come in these little cellophane packets anyway, so, and orange little pots. I bought these years and years ago, but some of them have come up really quite almost like new again, which is brilliant. All the ones are looking pretty grotty. I've got bits of colour, and I'm assuming that's rubbed off other ones and what have you, but they're pretty grotty. And other ones have gotten a little misshapen, and apart from its comic value, it's going to be quite a mess if I try to burn that in a candle holder. So some of the things I'm going to be doing, which I'll actually be doing on Imbolc itself rather than in advance like I've washing them, will be creating new candles. So some of the simplest things I'll be doing, for example with my comical value candle, will be if I cut off the top, well, just over half of it, that's a relatively straight new candle. And if I cut off, say, ½ an inch below that and pull that off, leaving off the bit of wick inside, I will then have two relatively straight candles from this one. The same thing with this one. This is a candle which has this like gold foil stuff on it. I have got a couple more that are still in pretty good condition, but this one is getting a lot of its foil missing. It rubs off really, really easily. So I'll do the same, cutting off the top, cutting out that middle bit, and then I have two gold candles, perfect for summer solstice maybe. I mean, some of these candles are ancient. These lilac ones, I know for a fact I had these whilst I was pregnant with my youngest. These are about 15 years old, but they've actually stayed straight. We've got some little, I don't know, like silver foil coated noggin ends of ones. These actually came with one of those Christmas windmills, but they're a bit tall and the windmill was second hand and these were all burnt out, so I will melt these down with the foil still on, and using a fork, I've not done this, this is an experiment, but using a fork I'll kind of swish it about to chop up the little bits of foil, and then if I reuse what's left of the wick in there, I can use empty tea light holders to make new little silver flecked, hopefully, tea lights, and then I could be able to use them for moon magic, perhaps. Another problem I have is a couple of years ago I got mice in my craft supply cupboard, and some of them they love nibbling candles, so some of my candles got nibbled. So you could take a sharp knife to that. I'm sure nobody else has got the same problem with mice, but if you do, or what I might do is in a hot pan I could in the base of the pan, run the nibbled edge along the hot piece of pan, and that'll smooth them off and they'll be good as new again. Other candles which have been used or burnt out, for example, I have this yellow one I used the other day. What I can do with what's left of that wax, rather than just throwing it out, I can melt that down with some white plain candle wax, and again, reusing any wick I've got, which I've got some in there, if I put the melted wax mixed into one of these, I can put a little bit of wick in there, and then I have another candle I can reuse. Now whilst this is melted down, I've also got the option, I could add essential oils, a couple of drops of essential oil, relative to the colour of the candle I'm melting down. So if I was melting down a pink candle, for example, and I want to save it for something like love or affection work or ritual work, then I could add maybe some jasmine oil, or maybe rose petals, chopped up rose petals perhaps, that would work. Or for example, I have a partly used lilac candle, I can melt that down. Again, empty tea light case, reusing the wick, and I could put some lavender oil in that, or even dried lavender flowers, and that would work really well as a healing candle. Same with the blue. What else have we got? Lots of these oh, another broken one, which I can make 2 candles from. I have some really discoloured tea light candles there, and also some bits of red. Mix them together, you have pink wax, like I said, new pink candles in your tea light holders. If you wanted to, and you had lots of wax left over, for example, if you have like big pillar candles, or for example, I've got these. I'm not a big fan of pillar candles. They look really nice, but I hate the way they burn out down the middle and leave loads of this edge part, especially once they get really far down. You can't light them, you can't reuse them, which is a real pain. So if you had a lot of wax, leftover wax like this, I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that with these, but you could melt it down in like a coffee tin, and then you can use new wick, which you can use regular cotton string for, and there's lots of tutorials on the web where you have to soak it in borax and stuff like that, which is not true. You don't have to do that. It just has to be 100% cotton string and not too thick. And think about the size of a wick, the thickness of a wick of a candle. Think about like a tea light wick. It's only sort of, pull that one out. I don't think so. It's quite thin. The thicker your wick, the faster the candle will burn, which is, I suppose if you want a fast burning candle, that's okay, but it will also create a larger flame, which could not necessarily be safe. So it wants to be fairly thin. If you're making, and then you could dip your wick, put a little knot in the end, and dip the wick in and out of your coffee tin of melted wax, and you'd make new taper candles. They will be kind of knobbly, but if you keep dipping, eventually you'll get like a fat candle. And if you don't make them too tall, they'll be quite nice dumpy little candles, which would be quite cute. What else can we do? Yeah, never chuck these out. These are really useful. And I think, candle-wise, that's all I've got to do with mine. I think I will be infusing quite a few new ones with oils, simply because, I mean, you can obviously anoint a candle with essential oils, but it just kind of adds it in. Although I suppose it limits you on your options for what you use it for. But if you use specific candle colours for specific uses, then you can pre-infuse your candles with what you want to use the candles for. There'll be other things, obviously. I'm doing an Imbolc. I've got a meal planned for me and my husband, and I will blog a bit more about that a couple of days time. And I just have to look at my little notes here. Oh yeah, one of the reasons that, well, there's lots of reasons, but candles are really kind of associated with Imbolc. I've kind of gone, should have done this beforehand, but never mind. The other name for Imbolc, of course, is Candlemas, which is the Christian name for the celebration on the 2nd of February. And when in the church the candles are, well, for the year, are blessed. And there's lots of links in with candles and Candlemas and Imbolc and so on. And another of the associations with Imbolc is Bridget, whether that be Saint Bridget in the church or whether that be the goddess Bridget in pagan practices. Now, I won't be really involving Bridget in my Imbolc celebrations, mostly because I don't have a relationship with her. I've never had a relationship with her. So I kind of feel a bit strange about it. Almost like saying, hey, I know you don't know me, but I threw you a party. Come and join us. It would feel kind of strange to me. So, but I will be doing other things, which I will tell you about in the blog and hopefully another couple of video blogs as well. So, thank you for watching my video and I hope I haven't bored you too much. And I shall speak again soon. Bye.